Ciao everyone, Chef Mario is back. Come va? And today what we're going to be doing today I'm going to be teaching you how to make another recipe from my homeland of Italy. And today that recipe is lasagna, or as we like to say it, lasagne. So without further ado, let's get into the ingredients. Alright everyone, so this recipe has a lot of ingredients, so make sure you grab a pen and a paper to write this down. So what you'll need is some mozzarella cheese, some Parmesan cheese, some ricotta cheese, some hot Italian sausage. Hey Mario, that's what I taste like. Luigi, just stop that sentence right now, please. I don't want us to get demonetized, okay? Alright, Mario, fine. Man, so weird sometimes. Anyways, like I was saying, we need some hot Italian sausage. Once again, Mario, that's what Luigi, shut up! Man, interrupting my show like always. Alright, so we need some hot Italian sausage. As you can see, this one right here, this is what it looks like when it's not peeled. But personally for me, I like to peel my sausage. So yeah. Next up is some ground beef. The next thing that we need is 2 containers of spaghetti sauce or tomato sauce, whatever you call it. Some lasagna noodles. Some Santa Maria seasoning, that's optional. Some pure cane sugar, that's optional as well. Some minced garlic, some salt, and some pepper. And we also have this baking pan to put the lasagna in when we're ready to cook it. So without further ado, that's all the ingredients. So yeah, so let's get started on prepping everything. And hopefully Luigi doesn't make some weird comments throughout this video, because I don't want to get demonetized.
Hey everybody, so before we start prepping everything, what I like to do is get the lasagna water ready to boil the noodles. And a little trick I like to use, and I think a lot of people know this, is we like to pour some salt in the water. And we pour a little salt like that, and then we get a little extra virgin olive oil and we dump that in there too. Now this makes the noodles, when they're boiling, not stick as much. This is what we like to do, and plus it looks really cool. Get the camera down in there, Charlie. Look how the oil looks inside there.
Oh wow.
It looks really cool too. So anyways, just that's what we do. We're gonna start boiling the water. We're gonna go start prepping right now.
Alright everyone, so as you can see, we got the mozzarella cheese grated and stuff like that. And as you can see over here, we have the hamburger meat and the sausage cooking. Oh yeah, and by the way, you're supposed to thaw both of this stuff out for 10 minutes in the microwave.
Okay everybody, I'm back, and Luigi, what are you doing? It's not cooking with Luigi, it's cooking with Mario. Hey Mario, just to be quiet, I want to be a part of the video. Okay everybody, well here we are. Our hamburger's starting to brown with our nice Italian sausage in there. Now I like to use a really spicy Italian sausage because I like the spicy food. What do you mean, Luigi? You know you can't eat it spicy. It always makes you shit your pants. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. Remember last video? You were on the toilet for hours and the bathroom smelled like shit? Whatever, people. Mario likes it spicy, okay? Okay, everybody. Now that we got our hamburger meat nice and brown, it's time to add the sauce to it. Now, normally, if I had all day to do this, I would cook homemade sauce. But I don't have a lot of time, and so for time purposes, what we're using is Classico marinara sauce, 1 jar of that. Pour it right in there. And then we're using Classico roasted garlic. We pour that in there, and then we're gonna stir it all up. All right, and now we get that stirred up nice and good, and then I got more ingredients to put in here. Let me readjust my spoon. What I like to do is put a nice tablespoon of sugar, just to sweeten up the sauce a little bit. And because I'm crazy, I put about half a tablespoon of pepper in there to spice it up more. And then I got my salt. And then I like to put about half a tablespoon of salt in there. And not everybody does this, but it's what I like to do. And then we stir all that up. So everybody, what I like to do when the sauce is pretty thick like that, I like to thin it out just a little bit while it's simmering. So what I do is I add a little bit of water in the jar of sauce, I shake it up, and then I dump it all out in there. Yeah, so Mario, just like you're gonna be taking a dump later when you eat that spicy food. If you wanna watch, just sit there and be quiet, okay? Hey everybody, one thing I forgot to mention is that even though I used roasted garlic sauce, I always like to add a little bit of my own garlic. And for time purposes, we don't have time to mince our own cloves. So I bought minced garlic and we're just gonna dump it right in there. And then we're gonna stir it up. Oh my God! It looks like the water's boiling for the noodles. Let's check it out. Woo! Hot, 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 hot! Grab it by the handle. What do you think, Charlie?
Oh yeah, that's definitely boiling.
Okay, so that's the boiling water. We're gonna add our noodles soon. Okay, so everybody, we can obviously see the water's boiling. We're gonna add in our lasagna noodles. Now remember, 8 to 10 minutes only, okay? Because if you cook them longer than that, they'll be too soft. And then when you go to bake it, and when you get it out, they'll be all mushy and gushy. We don't want that. Okay, everybody, so you can see our noodles are ready. And then we have our sauce over here. And what I like to do first is take a little layer of sauce and put it at the bottom of the pan. So here you go, everybody. We're gonna spread our first layer of noodles like so. And I think we can probably get 3 across here. Our pan is not super huge. And then what we want to do from there is we get a little bit of our ricotta cheese and then we just spread that out. All right, so now that we got our ricotta cheese in there, we're gonna do a little Parmesan cheese. And then after we do the Parmesan cheese, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but we're gonna do mozzarella cheese. And we're gonna sprinkle that a little bit in there. And then we're gonna start the process all over again.
Oh my God, this lasagna looks super cheesy, if you know what I mean. Yo, Luigi, come on, bro. Like I said, this is a PG channel, so whatever jokes you have to say, just shut your mouth, all right? We don't want to get demonetized. Hey, yo, Mario, put this guy in check before he, yo, Mario, please put this guy in check before YouTube slaps me in the face and deletes my channel.
Yes, Luigi, I don't know what you're talking about a cheesy. The only thing a cheesy here is you, okay? So get your cheesy butt out of here. We're just trying to make a video, all right? So now as you can see, everybody, we got all the cheese on. It's ready to go in the oven. Our oven is at 350 degrees and we're gonna bake for 45 minutes or until crispy. So here we go, into the oven.
Alright everyone, so we took the lasagna out of the oven, so this is what it looks like. Oh man, it smells really good. So now we're almost done. So now all we're gonna do now is we gotta cut it. So let's do that right now. Alright everyone, so this is what your final product should look like. So as you can see, we got the delicious lasagna. Oh yeah, Mario, that lasagna looks really cheesy. Guys, hold on a minute. Let me just do something real quick. Luigi, come here. Wait, Mario, what are you doing? Something I should have done a long time ago, Luigi. Come here. Hey, Luigi, just to let you know, you brought this upon yourself. Okay, everyone, so as I was saying, don't worry about him. You know, he's just a loser. Alright, everyone, so yeah, so as I was saying, so this is the lasagna. So yeah, thank you so much to the person who requested this recipe. And yeah, this is another episode of Cooking with Chef Mario Down. And like always, if you have a recipe that you want me to make, put it in the comments down below, and your name will be credited at the beginning of the next video. So yeah, so once again, thanks to the person who requested the lasagna, and I'll see you guys later in the next recipe. Ciao everyone.